You know, have you ever been in a situation where you wish someone would rescue you? You know, you're uncomfortable,
Yeah.
or somebody's making you uncomfortable, and you're just kind of like giving your friends the eye, like, get me out of here kind of thing. Well, you know what that was like when you were younger, you know, as a teenager, and you didn't have those.
I was gonna start making the eye now, like, please rescue me.
People. Oh, okay. You know, when you're a teenager, you don't have good boundaries, you don't know how to handle those situations. And, you know, there was a pastor and a counselor who was sitting down with a bunch of youth in addiction and having a conversation. He asked them, how many times have you been in a situation that got uncomfortable or even potentially dangerous and you wanted to get out, but you didn't know how? And every single one of them, yes.
Wow.
So when you're a teenager and you're figuring out the world, you're even more likely to not excuse yourself.
Yeah.
So this dad said, you know what, I need to come up with a plan. I understand that my kids need to learn the skill of extricating themselves. At the same time, I want to give them a safe way to be safe. So he came up with the X plan. So this is the idea. You're at a party, someone like me is making you feel uncomfortable, or, you know, or perhaps you did something even wrong and now you're getting uncomfortable because it's getting worse. You can text home just the letter X. That's what they decided on, X.
Smart.
When X happens, they wait a few minutes and then they phone you, whoever gets it, it could even be your brothers, they phone you and they say, hey, something's happened at home, I need to come get you right now. And he'll say, what happened? And then you say, I can't talk about it, I'm just gonna get you, get ready, 5 minutes, I'll be there. So then he hangs up and says, I just got a call from home, I don't know what's happening, but I gotta go. So then they come and get you, and the rules are you cannot get in trouble for the choices that you made, and you don't have to tell your parents everything.
Oh.
So because the idea is that they want kids to feel safe, right? So as soon as it's like, I smoked a weed or something, and I'm going to get in trouble with my parents, and even though now everyone's doing cocaine and I'm really uncomfortable, I want to get out of here, I can't call them because I'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
You have to take away that barrier.
Right. Take away the idea, the feeling that there's going to be some sort of repercussion, or you're going to be hurt, or not hurt, but you're going to be blamed for something.
Yes.
And so that brings more trust that, okay, if I call my mom or if I press X, that it's going to be safe. I'm not going to be blamed, but I made a good choice. It's all about choices.
Yes, exactly.
That's a great idea. I love that. And again, I think it's all about dialogue. You know, we've had so many people on the show who have talked about how important dialogue is with your children. And again, I think that's a part of it, right? Like, if you feel safe enough to be able to call your parents when you maybe made a bad decision, or you're around people who are making bad decisions, and knowing that that is a safety net, that changes things.
I read a fiction story recently actually about this, interestingly enough, and the mom had always said, listen, no matter what happens, you can call home. I will come get you, no questions asked. So these kids got drunk, they couldn't drive home, they called their mom, she yelled at them the whole way, she grounded them, and they got all the consequences she said they wouldn't. And the next time they made a bad choice, they didn't call. And then they ended up having an accident and killing someone.
Wow.
So you know what I mean? Like, it's, as a mom, you gotta be wise, and you gotta be understanding. I think not to let your kids do whatever, but to help them be safe, help them make good choices. And maybe they will talk to you about it.
And kudos for that dad for just coming up with an innovative way, right? Like, maybe, you know, every family is different, every dynamic is different. That dad thought, you know, this is a cool way of, you know, making our relationship with our kids a little more open. So
yeah, and that's Bert Fulks. I guess he has a blog, so he might have some other great parenting tips if you want to look him up. F-L-U-K-S.